Hey everybody, it's Moonbo here, and welcome back to some more Scrap Mechanic Survival. Now, there's a new test update that just came out that has some resource balancing. Now, I say it's a test update because the only way to access it is by going to your Steam game library, right-clicking on Scrap Mechanic, clicking on Properties, and then if you go to the Betas tab, there is a drop-down menu at the top, and when you click on the drop-down menu, there is an option that is called Test. Now, by selecting Test, it is automatically going to update your game and turn it on to the test mode. Now, I highly suggest that before you do that, you back up the save file for your save world. Now, like I said, in that update, there are some resource balances. Now, you might have guessed one of them, and that is the crude oil. They have made adjustments to the crude oil that you collect underwater, as well as the glue clams. So we're going to start off by taking a look at the crude oil and the glue clams, and we're just going to see what changes have happened in this update. Then we're going to use my boat. I've always wanted to do this. I want to try and use my boat to get as much crude oil as I can, just to see if it is more beneficial to use something like that. Now, with this update, I have a feeling that it is going to be even better than it was before. And then we're going to do one other thing. I'm going to call it the One Breath Challenge, and that is trying to collect as much crude oil as I possibly can without going back to the surface for air. So why don't we start off by just hopping into the water and seeing how much crude oil and glue clams we can get. Now, right now, I'm not carrying any of them whatsoever, so we're going to get a good idea here. Now, this is the new base location. I'm still right next to the ocean, so I have all sorts of crude oil at my disposal here. So let's see, our first glue clam. Break it open. Okay, one. Oh, are you kidding me? All right, we're going to start with one. Let's see, how many was this one? Ooh, this one had two. All right, so we're seeing some random pattern here. We got one in the first one, two in the second one. Now, I'm going to clear my inventory here just so we can see everything. Now, let's see, our first oil geyser. Ooh, two. Nice. Not a bad start. Oh, another two. All right, I don't know if that's going to be good or bad. All right, so we've seen two twos so far. What's this one going to be? Oh, my, another two. It's like they doubled it. All right, let's see what this one gives us. Oh, okay, that one was just one. There we go. Okay, so we can see now there is a difference between 1 and 2 so far. And that's another one. Oh, look at that. That one was 3. Oh, man, this is amazing. And this one, oh, another 3. That's huge. All right, let's try another glue clam here. And this was another 2. All right, so we've seen 1 and 2s in the glue clam, and we've seen 1, 2, and 3 on the oil geyser. Oh, there's another 3. I'm wondering, is that... Oh, that's right. In the update, they made new sounds for when you're drowning, or when you're about to drown, and when you're hungry, and when you're thirsty. Wow, I forgot about that. That kind of freaked me out for a second. All right, let's see what this one gives us. Ooh, another 3. So I feel like I need to do like a relatively decent sample pool here. Okay, that's another 2. To see like what the variations are going to be. Oh, look, there's the big boy right there. That is 3 glue clams in 1. So we've seen 1, we've seen 2. Oh, another 3. And we've seen 3. Now, I'm thinking that might be the range. That feels like that would be a comfortable range. Now, as for the crude oil, we've seen 1, 2, and 3 as well. So I'm wondering... is that the limit? Nope. Never mind. I just answered my own question. That one was worth 4. That is insane. Imagine, because before, this used to be just 3 right here. And I just collected 1 and got even more than what I would have collected before. So after going around and collecting some crude oil and some of these glue clams, it seems like the crude oil now has a random chance of giving you between 1 and 4 resources, and the glue clam has a range of 1 to 3. Now, I'm not sure if, you know, having 4 is rarer of an occurrence than having 1, or having 3 glue clams instead of 1. I'm not sure if it's purely random, or if there is, like, a better chance of getting 1 and a rarer chance of getting 3. But, I mean, either way, this is awesome. This is going to make things so much better, and I'm pretty sure the devs have acknowledged that they do plan on making the oil geysers farmable with a vacuum tube, or maybe an alternate solution, so that might be coming down the future as well. Now, before we do the next thing, which is going to be using our boat to try and go around and farm crude oil, just to see if it actually is more efficient than just swimming around on your own, I'm going to go in here. We're going to take a look at a couple of the other things that they've updated, and then we're going to try that out. Now, as for the little swim that we did, we were out there for hardly any time whatsoever, and we got 28 crude oil and we also got 20 Glue Clams. Now, I feel like the most noticeable difference at this point is the Glue Clams. Now, I'm at the craft bot, though, and one of the new things that you can craft is the chemical container. So I'm going to craft one of these right here. Now, as for the chemical container, I haven't really done anything with chemicals, to be honest with you. You couldn't use the water container to collect chemicals, but as far as I know, I thought I've heard people mention that you can use the large chest with a vacuum pump, and that would allow for you to collect chemicals. So I'm not sure if that was a thing or not, but I don't know where the chemical container lies as far as how you would use it. But either way, let's just see it right here. We're gonna drop it down on the ground. Okay, so yeah, that's it there. It's got some cool little chemicals on the side. Now, I'm pretty sure I have some chemicals in these chests here, but man, it's getting pretty dark right now, and I can't quite see, but that's not too bad anymore because there is another thing that they have updated, and that is when you hold a glow stick in your hand, check this out, it now illuminates a little area around your player. Now, I feel like, I don't know if this is really bright enough. I would personally think that having it a little bit brighter than this might be kind of better. It seems like it's not really helping me in terms of like my surroundings or anything like that. But nonetheless, I think it's really cool of an addition, and it makes me feel like I might carry a single glow stick around with me. Now, I need to find the chemicals. All right, there we go. I've got a whole bunch of chemicals, so I think it's going to be able to hold probably the same amount as any of the other containers, 5 stacks of 20. So let's just see here. Drop them all in just like that. Yeah, so there's 5 stacks of 20 chemicals in the container. Now, if you guys have any idea why we would ever need chemicals in a container, then let me know down in the comments. I mean, obviously, so we can pump them from the little lakes and ponds of chemicals there. But aside from that, if you were able to do it with a chest, can you not do it anymore? Now, another thing that they've changed as well is the fact that you can drop tools on the ground. Now, I'm kind of nervous to do this. I think I have multiple connection tools, so we're going to test it on this first. Let's see here. Connection tool on the ground. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so cool to see. It's just spinning around in a circle. Okay, let's pick that back up. Let's try the Spud shotgun. Oh, man. That's awesome. I love it. Now, I'm scared, though, because this is probably going to despawn. Now, one thing I would love to be able to do is force build my my tools, like even my hammer. Imagine being able to stick your hammer on the wall. You know, you come home from a long day of grinding, and you put your tools up on the wall, and you kick your feet up. I think that would just be awesome. Now, what about the lift? I can only imagine. Does the lift work, too? No. Okay, I don't think... Okay, that's one tool that you cannot drop on the ground. Well, actually, what about the hammer? Okay, yeah, no, so the hammer and the tool, these are like inherent tools that you cannot get rid of. Now, I don't even know if I can put it in a chest. Can I? I don't even think I've tried it. No, okay, so you can't even put them in a chest either. Interesting. So I'm going to wait until the morning when there's some sunlight out, and we're going to try and use the boat. We're going to do a little bit of testing with it to see how efficient it is at collecting crude oil. And now that we have that update, of course, hopefully it's going to be even better than before. Now, before I do that, while it goes through the nighttime, I wanted to touch on my survival world really fast and get some feedback from you guys. Now, there's 2 different things that I want to do first on my base build. One of them being I want to get this ramp finished. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to record building the ramp or not, but if you guys want to see a video of me building my drop-down ramp, then let me know down in the comments. But it's going to be between the ramps and the farm for my next survival base building. So I'm going to be working on the watering and planting and farming system here as well. So between the 2 of them, which one would you like to see first? Do you think I should do the farm system first, or should I do the drop-down entrance first? So just let me know down in the comments which one of those 2 options you think I should start with. So I'm going to wait a couple more minutes until the sun comes out. We're going to get the boat launched, and we are going to try and collect more oil. All right, it's bright and early in the morning, ready for some boating. Now, we're going to check the efficiency of collecting crude oil using a boat, and then we're going to move on to the 1 breath challenge. I'm really excited to see what we can do there with this new update. Now, how much fuel do we got here? Okay, we got 40 in each of these right now, I believe, so I am going to pop them up absolutely full There we go. All right, so these are maxed up gas containers. Now, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to go to all of these little deposits. I'm going to collect the gas. And basically what I'm going to do is I am going to compare how much crude oil I got versus how much gas I burned. So I'm going to try this out, and we're just going to see how efficient this actually is. All right, here we go. Now, I like to just look under the water like this here, just to see where I'm going. Now, if I cross over any crude oil, then I'm instantly going to go into the water, and I'm going to grab it just like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to try and, like, target these larger clusters of them right here, kind of stop in the middle of them, and then go around and collect all of this crude oil. Now, this is obviously way faster than swimming, but is it actually worth it for the speed? All right, so I just collected a bunch right there. Now, let's do our initial test. So I have 14 crude oil, and I have burned 4 here, and I have burned 4 there. So I have used 8 gas so far, and I have collected 14 gas. So right now, it is creating a positive. Now, the question is it going to keep doing that? Now, I feel like as long as I keep stopping at these larger clusters of crude oil, no matter what, the efficiency is going to be huge. Now, of course, there is going to be a little bit of luck involved, because look at that. I just got like 3 single crude oils in a row, so that's really, really bad luck. Look at that, another single. So it really does come down to the luck. There was another 4 right there, so it seems like so far, so good still. All right, so let's do another quick check here. All right, so 6 here, as well as 6 there. So we're up to 12 and 33. Wow, okay, this is really starting to prove it is really efficient. All right, so I see some more clusters here. Now, I'm slowly going to work my way back towards the old base there, because I have some old beacons that I set up that go towards caves that give ridiculous amounts of crude oil. All right, look at this, another check. We're down to 8 in this one and 8 here, which is 16. But look at this, 20, 40, 62. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure that this is way more efficient than swimming ever would be. All right, so I have been collecting oil and boating around now for just about 12 minutes, so half of a day in Scrap Mechanics survival time. So now, I thought my base was just down here, so I was right in thinking that, but it's actually really, really far away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the new base, and I'm going to check how the efficiency was on the boat and the crude oil, and then I'm going to travel to the old base, and that's where I'm going to show you the 1 breath challenge. Alright, so we're back at the base now. We've just finished our boat efficiency test, so let's see the results. Now, in the left gas can, we ended up using, oh, okay, that's a little bit more than I was maybe expecting. So I ended up using 28 in the left one. Now, is it the same there? Yes, it is. So we ended up using 28 plus 28. So that makes, of course, a total of 56 gas burned. Now, when I'm looking at this, that doesn't seem like very much anymore. So 56 gas used, and how, oh man, look how much we collected here. So it seems like we've got 100 here, 100 here. So that's 200 plus 20, 220, and then 15, wow, 235 gas cans. Now, that seems like a pretty good trade-off, considering I only ended up going out for 12 minutes. Okay, well, maybe, I guess, a little bit more by the time I did return back to the base. Now, I'm going to craft all of this, though, and just see all of that gas. All right, so I'm going to set this to craft until it is all done crafting, and there's one other thing I wanted to try out before we take a look at all that gas. Now, this is probably going to work, but I wonder if it's going to be useful or not. Oh, yeah, look at this. I can bring a glow stick underwater to light up the ground, but what's the distance like? This is going to give us a good idea of what the, like, luminous sphere is around our character here. Okay, look at that. You can see it kind of appears a little bit once you get relatively close to the ground. Now, like I said, I think this could be a little bit brighter. I wouldn't mind being able to, like, swim above the ground here and illuminate a little bit more of an area. And that would work as well, like when you're up looting different buildings and stuff like that, or if you're in a really dark forest. Either way, though, I'm still happy that we have these glow sticks with a new function. All right, so it's the next day, and this thing is still going. It is still crafting gas. There's still another 55 to go. Now, this is absolutely insane. Now, like I mentioned, though, we did collect more than enough to replenish the gas tanks inside of the boat here. Let's just take a look here. Okay, there's 20 going in there. Top that one up. And then we're going to put another 20 in here, and then top this one up. Now, of course, if I combine the leftover 4 back into this chest here, oh man. This is insane. And like I said, if they make the crude oil farmable with a vacuum pump, then that is going to change the game even more. Alright, here we go. It's the final set of gas being crafted. This is insane. There we go, it's all done. And look at that. This is all the gas that we collected in very little time. Now, I think it's safe to say that using a boat to collect crude oil is probably going to be the best way to do it. But what if you don't want to use a boat? What if you don't have a boat? Maybe you might want to do the 1 breath challenge. So I'm going to find my car. Where is it? Oh, what's it doing out in the ocean here? We're going to grab my car. We're going to head over to the old base. I'm going to show you something that I set up over there. I didn't move it or anything like that because you're going to understand once we get there. And I have it set up, though, for this 1 breath challenge. So let's take a look. Alright, so we're back at the mechanic shop. It's been a little while now, but there's some stuff that I left behind that is for the 1 breath challenge. So the 1 breath challenge is trying to get as much crude oil as possible in a single breath. Now, I have a ridiculous amount of chairs, like an array of chairs spread out through the ocean floor that I'm going to be using to try and get as much as I can without going back up to the surface. So underneath me, I have my first set of 3 right here. We're going to get these ones, and then we're going to start going through the chairs. So I wonder how many we're going to get with this brand new update. So here we go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. I guess we'll start right at 9 o'clock. All right, here we go. First 3 right there. Now here is the first chair. Now I like to press crouch before I get into it, just so that way it keeps me nice and close to the ground. Alright, so I'm just going to go over here, grab a couple more of these ones. It seems like some of them didn't respawn for some reason. I don't know what happened there. But let's see now. We're going to try and grab more of these chairs. Here we go. Alright, a few more right here. Now I've got about half oxygen remaining, so I'm going to go this way now. Let's grab all of those. Okay. Oh, there's one. Another one didn't respawn. That's kind of weird. Alright, well, let's head in this way, though. Wow, yeah. A bunch of them aren't respawning for some reason, which is kind of strange, but I feel like even then, with this brand new update, it really isn't going to matter. Alright, there we go. Okay, well, I'm starting to drown now, as you can hear, but look at that. I now have 43 crude oils. Okay, so now I'm starting to take some damage, so I should better go up to the air. So that's pretty amazing. 43 crude oil in 1 single breath. Now, I feel like that could be a higher number. It might be a lower number, depending on the luck that you get as you are gathering that crude oil, because it is, of course, between 1 and 4. Now, over here, though, I have one of those caves that used to have, I think, like 18 crude oils. So I have 43 right now. I'm just going to try and see how many I get from 1 full cave. Alright, so what did I say? I think I said I had like 42 or 43. So I basically got another 40 crude oil in just 1 single cave. And this ocean has like 3 or 4 of these. So we've already proven that the boat is extremely efficient. And swimming at these caves is really amazing. And the 1 breath challenge is a lot of fun. Kind of tedious to set up though, because you have to put chairs all over the ocean floor. But when you do get it done, it does pay off. Alright, so that's going to be everything for this video with regards to the new update with the crude oil. There is some other things in the update that I haven't talked about yet, but I think I'll do another video just kind of highlighting these new additions and seeing what they're all about. So if you guys enjoyed the video, then let me know by hitting that like button. And if you guys want to tune in for some more Scrap Mechanic Survival and Endless Scrap Mechanic, then be sure to subscribe to the channel and maybe even turn on your notifications as well. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. So bye for now.